Welcome back. We're on Unit 3 and we're talking about Topic 3.1, Boolean Expressions. In this video, we're going to look at examples of use of Boolean expressions on assessment items. We're going to look at a little bit of code first, and then I'm going to show you a piece of a free response and a multiple choice question. We're applying what we looked at in the previous video for this topic. So first of all, I have a couple of new variables declared. I have today and the current day of the month, and then I have another variable that I've called first day and that's a 1. It's defined as a 1. And so we're going to look at another little, get your mind turning toward Boolean expressions. Is today exactly equal to 9? Answer that for yourself. Is today not equal to the first day? Well, the day that I'm saying this, that would be true. It is not the first day of the month. Is today greater than or equal to the first day? For me, that would be true today. Is today less than 31? Yes, it is. Is today less than or equal to 13? That would be false for me. And is today greater than first day? That would be true for me. So just remember that when we build a Boolean expression, sometimes we're comparing to a static value or an actual number or a word, and other times we're going to be comparing to another variable. You'll see it both ways, and you'll build program statements in both ways. Now let's look at a free response question from the course and exam description. So teachers, this is a course and exam description free response question 1, and it is found in the course, and students, you can find it there as well. The course exam description is provided on AP Central on almost every different page for Computer Science A, and this is one of the 2 questions that's provided there. It's the check digit question, and what I wanted you to notice is in the precondition for the class check digit, part of the precondition gives you a setting for the variable num, which is an important part of the problem, and it tells us that num is going to be a value greater than or equal to 0. And then it tells us in the precondition that the number of digits in num is between 1 and 6 inclusive. All right, the second piece of this problem, and I've really just extracted a couple of pieces to show you how, because students, what I want you to begin to notice, especially when you begin to look at free response questions on AP Classroom or with your teacher in the classroom, is when you're reading the precondition and the postcondition statements that are given, pay attention to the Boolean expressions that are provided for you there. In this method that's a part of check digit, it's the get number of digits method, which uses num. Returning the nth digit of num is the point of this method. That's the goal of the method, and you might be writing this method in the problem. I can't remember the whole problem. I would like for you to look at it in the course and exam description. The precondition is that n, the variable n, has a particular Boolean range. So I want to pause for just a second and let you read that and answer the question I have at the bottom. What is the range of n? Hopefully you said that n can be a number that is greater than or equal to 1, and n is going to be less than or equal to the number of digits in num. And remember, num is what we looked at in the previous portion of the problem. So look at check digit. If you want to go to AP Live on the Advanced Placement YouTube channel, you can see where in spring of 2019, Mr. Schultz and I broke down this problem over a day or 2 with students. All right, so now let's look at a multiple choice item from the course and exam description. So take a minute, pause the video, and read this question. All right, so I want to provide you a little bit of information about the question. I'm going to tell you the answer on the next slide, and then I'm going to break down the truth table portion. So this is a question that by the time you get to the AP exam in May, you hopefully will be doing a mental truth table set up for this. Right now, part of Unit 3, you might want to break this down into the truth table components as you learn to kind of evaluate variables in this way. But what we're trying to look at is what would be a true or false for A and not B or A. So I'm going to tell you the answer here. The answer was B. It's going to be false in all cases. And this assesses skill 5A, and I wanted to tell you what 5A is. 5A is from page 16 of the course and exam description. That's where all the skills are listed. This one is, this assesses a student's ability to describe the behavior of a code segment. So if you haven't looked at page 16 of the CED, do that. And then it gives you the learning objectives. So let's look at why is this always false and how did we arrive at that solution. So here's the first truth table part. We would set up a truth table with A, false, false, true, true, B, false, true, false, true. And students, you may not have done this yet with your teacher in class. Look into truth tables. It's something that, like I say, you're going to begin to do mentally, but at first you probably want to do them physically. Now we want to compare B or A. If we look at B or A, can either one of those or that relationship be deemed true or false? Well, since neither of them are true, it cannot be true. So that's false. Since B is true, the comparison of B or A gets to be true is kind of how I like to say it in class. This gets to be true, and two trues equal a true. So that's the inside of the parentheses. Now we have to expand that and look at the not relationship. Essentially what I've done here is whatever was the B or A, we want to flip that, and it's the opposite since it's the not. And now we want to compare this not B or A with an and relationship with the variable A. And because we need an and, in order for something to be true, both of its, components have to also be true. So this would be false in all cases. So I would like for y'all to look into truth tables as a part of learning to set up Boolean evaluations and prepare for them for your assessments in May. All right, to close out topic 3.1, remember the relational operators that are a part of your program statements. And in the next topic, we're going to be applying these to code with selection as our conditions. Thank you for watching.